What's up everyone? It's Jason and welcome back to the channel. In this video, I want to give you the keys to how I play dinner. And I think, the thought process that goes along with crushing the vibe during the meal service of your wedding celebration that you're DJing is a big deal. Often overlooked, most of the time overlooked. And for me, I use dinner, I use cocktail hour, I use the segments that most people just put on a basic vanilla playlist to influence my parties with some vibes, with some feels, and with music that's gonna hopefully get the party started and positioned properly. So I want to give you my thoughts on how I approach dinner, and it's something that I've done for a long time. I don't like to play set it and forget it, basic, vanilla, fall asleep, elevator music playlist. I like to play vibes, and I always start my celebrations off with kind of some chill stuff, and then I grow through the course of dinner. Dinner typically in my area is always round about 25 to 30 minutes max. And I always like to do different things at different times to just shift the energy, to give people something different to look at, or to try to create a vibe where people are gonna be bouncing in their seats, singing the words of songs, and ready to party when dinner is over. So my tips are this. First and foremost, start slow. Keep it low in the beginning, and as you start to create a vibe, as you start to set a groove, start to progress the volume up a little bit, and of course the songs that you're picking. I like to do things that are throwbacks. I like to do songs that everyone knows the words to. I like to do things to keep people busy, and that's something that I'm about. I want people to bop when they're at dinner, when I'm playing dinner, and it doesn't start that way. It starts with some chill, slow stuff, and then we progress as we move through dinner, so that at the end, I want people out of their seats, I want people feeling the vibe, and I want the party to almost naturally, organically, and just very easily start without me having to call people to the dance floor or to reset the room with a slow song. I mean, sometimes you gotta do that, but I think if you can do it right, you can set a vibe, and that vibe will catch fire to everyone, and it'll start the party without you even having to ask anyone anything. 2, with lighting. I always like to keep it nice and cozy, nice and sexy, nice and pretty. And I want to make sure that the color palette and the lighting is all dialed in to kind of enhance the atmosphere. Like today, we're here in the Champagne Ballroom at Renault Winery. I've got my uplights and I've got my movers dialed in to kind of complement really the tablescaping and the room decor. I want to keep it very cool, and I want to keep it easy on the eyes. I want it to look cohesive to the floral component of the day, the tablescaping of the day, and of course the room that I'm in. Keep it dark, but not too dark. Keep it cool where it's not busy and you're not flashing blue or red or green or purple lights. Pick a color palette that complements the room, the wedding, and of course everything else going on. Make the room visually connect with the vibe that you're creating. And as you start to pick it up, you can start to move things around a little bit, and you can start to have some fun with your lighting to enhance the overall experience and presentation. Now, from a music perspective, I like to tap into things that are a little bit different. I like to do my homework, Spotify, YouTube, and all the different platforms that exist to find cool edits of songs that connect to the couple. I like to ask questions when I meet with them to understand who they are, what they're about, where they go, what they do, where they like to have dinner, and how old their parents are. I try to take all of that stuff, and I like to incorporate all of that into the vibe. I like to watch the mannerisms of the people. If you see that people are screaming at each other, you're playing too loud. If you see that people are bopping their head or tapping their feet, you might have a vibe. If parents are a certain age, think back to what was popular when they were in their mid-20s and see if you can tap into any of that stuff. Ask for the parents' wedding song. See if you could drip that in during dinner. Think about ways that you could enhance the celebration using music and different variations of music that they're into to spice up the moment and to make that dinner a true vibe. Like tonight, they're all into EDM and all that stuff, the throwback stuff. They love to party and have a great time. So I found some iconic EDM tracks like Clarity, and I found a super slow version. I also have a ton of chill out edits on DMS that I'm going to be playing tonight. Stuff that flips the format, keeps everyone locked in, and it connects to the couple of who they are. In addition to that, I'm planning on playing the couple's parents' wedding songs, both of them, and some stuff that dips into their age group, their demographic, and where they come from. Stuff that it's a vibe, stuff that's not gonna crush my dance floor, and stuff that will make the entire celebration cohesive in a lot of ways. Choose music that fits your couple and look for alternate edits of songs, different remixes, different collaborations, and even like cool versions of different things to help spice up your set and spice up your dinner segment. Actively play dinner and pay attention to what people are doing when you're playing music. Last thing is, don't play anything too heavy, don't play anything too bassy, don't play anything too drummy. Keep it a vibe and build the vibe so that you have somewhere to go when you're done with that dinner segment of the evening. It is so important that you don't overdrive dinner. And this is a point of the celebration that you can truly reset the entire evening. You can reset the entire first half of the celebration, especially if you're having dinner at the midway point of the overall celebration. But make it fun, have fun, be creative, and engage with your guests. You'll see tonight, I'll play some stuff, people will be reacting during dinner because it's thought out, it's intentional, and it's designed to be enjoyable. Try to avoid setting up basic, vanilla, predictable playlists. If you're working with live musicians, consider using them as feature performers during this point of the celebration. We do that a ton at SCE. I do that a ton at my event. Give them the opportunity to really show out, to really shine, and to really show off how incredibly amazing they are and how they can complement something that is often overlooked. It doesn't matter if you're in front of people that are in their 20s or 60s or 80s or 30s. You can make dinner an incredible part of a celebration, and if you do that, the rest of your night will be fantastic. Trust me, it's how we work. I like to make it such a vibe, and I hope you do too. Anyway, questions, comments, concerns, I'd love to hear from you in the comments underneath this video. Dinner is so overlooked by so many people, and it doesn't need to be. It shouldn't be. And I hope you will take this video into consideration when you're at your next event, and I hope you can elevate the overall presentation, performance, and experience for the people that are trusting you with their wedding celebration, corporate event, or whatever it is that you're doing. My name is Jason. I appreciate you sticking with me to the end of this video. Be on the lookout, more content coming right here to this channel in the days, weeks, and months ahead, and thanks for watching.